We made it to the USS. Look at this, girls. Get out of here, girls. So we're gonna go, you know what we didn't do last time we came here a year ago? We did not go look at all this stuff. So we're gonna do everything we, oh, there it is behind y'all. Somebody put a ship over there. All right, let's go. So before we get started,
you don't mind if I go in here?
We need to find a restroom for all the single ladies. All the single ladies. All the greasy babies. No open food or drinks in the gift shop. So we won't do that then. Yeah, we did come in here last time and I showed y'all all of this. So we won't do it again. I put a sign on there that says do not touch. Makes you want to touch it. So we're inside. We made it to the gift store and now we are gonna go check all this out. Geronimo has something in her nose. Almost there. $15 for adult, $13 for kids. And I don't know about anybody else. I'm actually cheating. We have not paid yet. And I'm already looking. But we're making it through. Right now, Geronimo's having fingernail problems. Oh. So it turns out it ended up being free for me, not for her, none for you. Because of my current affiliation, I'm non-affiliated. So now we're gonna go look. Now last year, if you look back at my last video on the USS Alabama, this was not the where you paid to come in. You paid at the in the gift shop. They want me to be the tour guide, but I'm not. If you ever get here to see this place, also go to Pensacola to the Naval Aviation Museum. It is a quite impressive thing. So I think they're about ready to go to the I think they're about ready to go to the ship, but I can't get this child out of my way. So the question is, what is the red one in the sky right there? Hanging up. Anyone know before I go? USS Alabama Battleship Memorial Park app. It's on loan for the Naval Aviation Museum at Pensacola. I don't know what that is. This must be the 2022 model where they got it undercover. You can't see it. So the Geronimo and her cousin Suzette want to go on the simulator to get simulated. So we're going to wait on them to do that. And then we'll go back and make it to the museum. I mean the ship. Turns out we're all going to do the simulator. Dodge M37. The bearded one has one of those. I don't know if y'all know that. I wish I could go over there and look at it. And his runs. Look at that little thing right there. Alabama Vietnam veterans who have not returned. That's amazing to me. So this plane was a recon in Guantanamo. I wish you could stop and read everything with me. I know that's impossible. I think that Ford came from Pensacola too. I wonder if that's like for reals. Like was really an army used something. World War I. The Great War, 14 to 18. I think I'm kind of right. So I don't know my Army ranks very well, but I believe this is Captain Houlihan before she made Major. And someone asked me, is that what we had in Okinawa when we would practice triage and all that stuff? And I said, no, we had Humvees. I'm sorry. This is interesting. Red Ball Express. Tell you what, if you want to read this, maybe you pause it or something. See, I want to stand there and read the whole thing. That's the 1941 Deuce and a Half. I'm reading it. And then there's a story about Tuskegee.
More dust in the whole state of Kansas, and hot enough every day to melt a man's soul. 70 years ago, Tuskegee was a haunting past.
The fellow leaned over on the right, over there reading, is he is an instructor at the Air Force Academy. He flew B-51s, he said. I talked to him for a long time because Geronimo wants to join the Air Force. And so does Twilight, possibly. But I'm not sure. And then back over here, we're still waiting. 8 at a time. So let's see. Oh, there's a lot more than 8. That's like 16 in front of us. We made it out. My bride and I decided to not go into the simulator. So we waited and waited. So let's see what's changed since last time.
Got it. Okay.
When the children cry. I believe last year when we came it was about 95 degrees, which made it about 110 inside some places in here, but there are areas in here, they're like cooling rooms with air conditioning. Just thought I'd share that little tidbit of information. The question is, where's the trigger? I guess there's not a trigger unless that's it. Don't get triggered. I just saw the most incredible thing.
What?
There is a free, unfinished lollipop. That's nowhere near the center of a lollipop. Am I the only one that wants it? I know what you're thinking. I hope that guy took the time to pick that thing up and either finish it or throw it away. You'd be happy to know I did. But I'm not going to tell you which one. The reason traffic looks like that, it is absolutely at a standstill all the way across everything and up here. Because as we were coming in from Dolphin Island, there was a pickup truck that's pulling a camper. The camper was sitting in the median on a concrete wall and stretched across both lanes of traffic going this way. So everybody going that way is stopping to look. Everybody going this way is mad and going fast because they finally got around it. That probably won't be there when you get here. No climbing. I didn't use my hands. Never a participant. Arms in the air like you just don't care. Weird people. Okay, we're done with this. Let's go. Geronimo was doing she was doing Power Rangers. Activate. We're gonna do this different this time because we went inside and did the entire inside tour last time. And then by the time we came back outside, everybody was so wore out they did not want to do a lot of walk around. So we're gonna walk around all the outside, then do the inside. Crunchy on the outside, soft in the middle. Ooh, more guns. Let's check it. Looks like the same kind. There's graffiti. Bunch of French on there again. The key is in the Battleship Memorial Park, Yamaha. Ooh, with a Subaru engine most likely. We'll be in there before you know it. If I stand here and stare over the side too long, I'll start getting a little Jose Cuervo going on. You can see where the last storms tore up the railings, which is probably pieces of wood like that came and just destroyed everything. But I don't know. I'm not a urologist. Oh, you're saluting. She must have been a salutatorian. I know, it makes me dizzy too. So Geronimo wants to go up in this, do they call them turrets when they're on a ship? I don't know, you tell me. I was only in the Navy. But remember now, I was in the Navy, but I was stationed with the Marines and deployed with the Marines all the time as their medic. So don't make fun of me because I don't know anything about haze gray and underway. right. That's just an air conditioner.
You stand right there. Let me get your picture.
I am standing right here.
Well, hold on. Oh, hold on a second.
We lost some of our people. When the kids were younger and they were all 6 wadded up in the van at the same time, the goal was when you leave somewhere, whether it be church or a movie or whatever with other families or big families, as long as you left with the same number of kids you showed up with, you just get in touch with each other when you get home and say, hey, I think I got one of yours. Cheesy children at their finest. Gotta have a cool thumbnail. I think that's gonna do it. Kind of give you, you know we're in Mobile. So that's downtown Mobile. Over there's a shipyard. That's where the Carnival Cruise Line comes in too. So if you take the Carnival Cruise out of Mobile, that's where you'll go. We're gonna go inside, I promise. I'm ready to get there too. Waiting on them to get out of the bathroom. There they go. There you go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. Okay, so I was wrong. This thing starts, there's arrows that put you in the right direction of everywhere you need to go. So we're gonna go to the beginning and start the right way this time, because we did get lost last time. We lost a few of the kids. We picked up a few that I kept them. This is the correct way to do it. And when you walk in here, you do not need any sunglasses on your camera. Oh, I should have brought a flashlight for your viewing pleasure. So this is the actual tour entrance. What is wrong with that kid? So she's got a problem. Maybe some of y'all can help me. Her nails, she had them done, and these two, this pinky and this pinky hurt. So she's like formulating the tears of a clown, and it may be from the salt water. I don't know what would have changed it. It happened. When did you have those put on?
A few days ago.
A few days ago, 4 days ago at least, and they're just now starting to hurt. And we can't figure out why. Y'all may not know my bride is a movie maniac. This is all the movies
Do you remember Marine
that this ship was in.
Yes. Yes, I remember the movie.
Stephanie
Yes, I
Seagal.
remember watching it.
I don't know any of these other ones.
I've never
all.
seen that one. I remember understanding that.
If you're taller than the average Care Bear when you get here, you really need to be careful. That joker just smacked his melon. He's taller than the average Care Bear. This is the cooling room. When you've absolutely had enough of everything pertaining to aviation and flotation, you come in here. That's a trip hazard. Number 4 on this tour is the women's restroom. Unsure why that is. But really, if you come here, prepare yourself to climb those steps.
That's probably like something fancy.
You know that thing probably doesn't do anything because people like me.
Look, they got it like staged with all this old timey stuff. Sorry, don't give me I'm not talking about water bottle.
Where are you heading? You don't have to look up. You're gonna get whatever it's called when you look up. Non-vertical. It'd be like you're living in the John. Geronimo's up. God, look, they just going on their own. Wish I had a library sent. I'll tell you what you won't do when you leave here. Just put your hands in your mouth. Because this joker is straight up and down and you need your arms. At least one of them. I just cleaned it for the next person. We ran into, well, my bride ran into a couple of kids. Look, there's the hit your head bag. And it's got a hole in it. So you know what that means? You get like 2 more hits on that. And then third person cries. Oh, we ran, there was a couple of kids that came out. And they said they were lost.
That probably used to have right here.
Landing force equipment looker.
I mean, look, I really only got like an inch.
See all the mails?
Navigator stores.
Like their little post office.
Kind of looks the same. That one does.
And then can we go down? For sure, we're gonna do it all. Look at this, this is neat.
This is post office.
Yeah. Look at that, that's so cool.
So there it is. Oh, check out the old letters on the thing.
It makes it cool.
There's a Snickers bar over there. That looks kind of like it would be soap, or is that a real Snickers bar? Who's the president on the wall by the telephone?
Oh, Nadia.
I don't either. Who's the president on the wall by the telephone? Your turn, little girl. Not Eisenhower. Dominoes, puzzles. Okay, we're on 6. I don't know if you remember one spot where I go to dig bottles, but I found some of this. It's actually World War II. I don't know what that is for sure. Warrant Officer's Pantry.
This is like a waiting service.
Oh, I see where we're on. Now we're on the other side.
I'm sorry, I can't relate to that.
Just seeing things to make you uncomfortable. That's all.
I was like, do you know something I don't?
Yeah.
The pay clerk. On the corner you see the glider. I don't know what that is. Oh, the pay clerk is a warrant officer. Do not know that. And there's so many more rooms back there, but we were getting wadded with the people behind us, so we broke free. We're gonna hit number 7. 16-inch turret marker. Those are gun barrels. I guess they're spares. I did not take the time to read because I gotta travel. Gotta catch my people. So number 9. We've been here. Landing force equipment.
I know, we're trying to get back.
I want my money back. Who's driving this situation?
Okay, now we go downstairs. Yes.
Now we get to go downstairs. See, Geronimo took off a minute ago, went downstairs by herself. And the problem with that is she gets lost. There they go. I'll tell you, it'd be the world's worst job on this thing to be the electrician. Look at this. This is the part nobody stops and says, ooh, look at the wiring on this shit. What if you were the electrician on this joker? And something breaks or something happens. Damage control room. This is made time to ground control.
Oh boy, this is really bad.
How are we gonna get out of this thing?
Number 12 is back down. Girl, you got this. She hates it when I say that. It's so condescending coming from a dude. It's a horrible statement anyway. I'm still laughing. I shouldn't be. I heard somebody say that to somebody, like, the girl, you got this. So I came home to practice on my bride. Look at this. And she looked at me and snarled. Not that she's because she's an activated activist, but just is the most cheesiest, unloving, uncaring remark there is on earth. Girl, you got this. That's just my opinion. And I'm not holding the camera. Or you go girl, that's another one. She loves that one. Hey baby. Girl, you got this. She overemphasized the bass. We've never been here before. I don't remember this from last time.
That's normal, I'm sure.
Yeah, don't worry about that sound. Don't worry, there's only 34 minutes left on this card. I mean, how long could this video possibly be? I see a door that's not latched. First aid box.
It's like good for yourself.
Fine, is that how big engines? Can you see the engines? How big?
More ammo.
John almost had enough. Her fingernails are killing her. 14. So now we're headed back down. There. About the 7th time up and down. So now my bride and her friend are getting triggered because people aren't following their directions. Like, and she even went so far as to say she gets upset when people go down the wrong aisles at Walmart. What's your name? Range Keepers. I know it's dark in here. This must be some top secret stuff. Main battery plotting. Room where the fire control problem to aim the 16-inch guns was solved. The 16-inch guns were normally fired from here.
It's a fidget room.
Yes, for the nervous sailors, this is the fidget room. You come in here and you just start spinning stuff.
I think so. Yeah.
Damage. Oh yeah. We already see damage control.
Yes, we've been here. So there's 15.
Oh.
16. Ooh, another knob. I don't want to turn it, but I'm not going to. Shellman.
Watch out for that shit. So bad.
I'm on the steps. Still. We didn't come in here last time.
Yeah, it's like combining. Oh, it's eye, ear, nose, throat.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toe infirmary. Of Connexes. There's part of the clinic, or that's the offices.
And I'm okay.
The laboratory. Surgical dressing room. So let's say you wanted a salad, and they said, "What kind of dressing would you like?" Give me a surgical, please.
Imagine like sleeping and you turn over and you sleep in your body getting surgery.
Well, Mitch Gillespie's son, is he Marine?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
it
got
feels
all
good in
problems
here.
last time. I was so scared.
Geronimo, you want to lay down and get a little shut up? So we've determined that this hand has been up and down every shiny rail on almost all the stairwells in here. So if I lick this hand clean, there's a real good chance I'll never catch anything. See, this is pretty cool to me. And even though the technology we had when I was in the medical field was good, it's even better now. You don't have to go in a dark room and dip x-rays
Oh my god.
in the fixer. It's all right there on the screen. Let's say, no, this is like if you got, like she said, a bad case of the consumption. Yeah, I was trying to figure out, that was a disease back in the day, sometimes at night, right?
I think
Consumption?
consumption was TV, wasn't it? Yeah, I think you're right.
Turner Broadcasting.
I think you got her down.
Hey, one more. You gotta figure out in here. On this bar.
Oh my god.
Ah, don't fall. Here, go ahead. Here, take this.
Thank you. You really would be here.
Oh, here's the dental.
This is actually the dental. Chair, have we been here?
Oh, my sunburn hurts now.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, listen in there.
Oh, fun tip. If you like yard sales and estate sales, you see that pin right there? I forget what they're called, fountain pens. Buy every one you can find. We used to buy them and sell them on eBay. Because the tips are made of platinum or gold. See, that's the way we used to do x-rays. It's like, Jill, you remember, it's like 1, 16, 17, 32, 8, 9 in the middle. You remember the fun facts. Then there's Ken, the Barbie doll. Back up. Oof.
This is for the firefighters.
I know I have a lot of stories, but there was an actual time when I had pondered going back into the Navy as a chaplain back in the day. But that was she has her hair over her mouth and nose because there's a child among us who has had a situation. And Brad's panicking because Geronimo disappeared again. We lost her last time.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's not one of our people. There was a young kid back there that had a situation and it got hung up because the ventilation is not so great in here. The air is thick. You can actually taste the people you're walking past.
Do you hear what you just said? Yeah.
So let's look in here.
You taste the what? People you're walking past. This is an engineer's office. Yes. You just sit down and stuff and it's not really measurements and stuff. Got his protractor, his ashtray.
Oh my gosh.
They had to, what is that?
This is a
Sifter? Oh, the dough.
this is Subway from 1944. Oh, this is a machine shop.
Yeah, it is.
Bakery.
Lathes, milling machines.
Fun fact, these milling machines and lathes and all those things probably work as good as they did the day they were made. And those of you who are machinists, tool and die makers, and all that stuff, you probably would agree with me. Right, wrong. We're going to eat in town later at Wisner's or Whistles or whatever it's called, where they crack the oysters open right in front of you, and then they expect you to suck the marrow out and say it's good, when everyone knows they're not. I'll tell you what I do miss about the Navy: the food in the chow hall in Japan was absolutely incredible. Absolutely. I knew one guy, he had a grandparent pass and he had inherited like a few $1 million. And he was a cook, but the rules were he could not touch the money without doing a full stint in the Navy, whatever his agreement was. They're trying to cool off. It's actually not hot in here at all compared to last year. Look at all the dishes. Actually, multiple dishes are pronounced die.
How many of the tall people?
3. It appears that we are going back down there again. So 2,500 sailors. So far we've only found 2 bunking facilities. What is it? The jail. When you get sent to the brig, here you go. So back on brig regulations. No articles except those outlined above. You're allowed 1 cigarette after each meal. All prisoners shall be taken on deck. Shall be taken on deck for 1/2 hour exercise daily. You gotta remember when this was typed, it was on a typing apparatus. I think you shove little things up and down. So when they went back to proofread it, it said on deck twice. And they didn't care. They're like, okay, I can live with that. Clothing and small storage issue room. Oh man, you can't see.
Oops, sorry.
Sorry, I was doing my Frankie Goes to, to Hollywood. What is that noise? I hear this ticking sound. Cobbler. Now I know. And it's hard Hey,
This is where I would want to work.
where is this? Oh, photography lab. You know, photography and phlebotomy starts with the same GCXY beginning.
Wait, why do they need to make photographs?
Because things are better in Kodachrome. Preparing to launch an OS-2U Kingfisher seaplane from the USS Mobile. So somebody took this picture and probably took it into the photo lab, and I could be wrong, but it makes sense to me. .48 star flag flown by the USS during World War II. And this is where it gets serious. New cruiser Mobile covers itself with glory and terrific attacks on Japanese in the Pacific. Well, there's boxing. This is fascinating. I wish I could show you every picture on this wall, but I can't. It's interesting. You come in here and you have fun looking at it, and it's impressive. And then the seriousness of it hits. How many people served and didn't make it through combat?
Yeah, this is the room I wanted to be in. Look at that AC. Wow. It's nice.
I don't know. This is just like
Oh, this is dessert.
a malt shop. I don't know. Is there a sign? I still have my white caps, I believe. Ship store.
Oh. Do you think these are all actually chocolate? No, that's all cigarettes. No. Right there. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Ooh, you can buy candy in this.
A single pack of cigarettes is 5 cents.
I just was trying to get a sticker.
There's a train over there on the shelf.
Lucky Strike.
There's a magazine on top that says Film Fine. I don't know what that is. Philip Morris, Chesterfield,
He's one of, oh, and
Camel.
I was just about to say, he's one that reads everything on the ship. Dad.
USS Alabama crewman, 1947. Fun fact you don't know about me. I have a cousin who boxed for the Navy, and I also have a boxing glove just like that. An old one.
Whoa, guys, come here.
I think we're simply on the other side of the kitchen in the dessert part. I remember we had rabbit a lot when I was in Iwakuni. Oh, look at that turkey. I'm so hungry. I know. First glance, you think, what is that? You're thinking it's Arby's. Because they have the meats. Gunnery Aviation Office. This particular room does not have a sign on it. It's getting straight up crowded in here now. I'm talking about straight up crowded. Look at this is the entire East Coast field trip coming from somewhere. I think we're like out of room. I could be wrong, but I'm not sure. And then this is where you leave. That's actually fresh air.
Oh, it is.
Oh my goodness. You know, even though we were in there, the belly of the beast, for half your life, there's more. You can go inside so much more. You can even say it with an accent like I just did. But don't try that at home. We were in there probably
4 hours.
yeah, probably 3 or 4 more times as longer than this video was. I don't know, because I didn't record every minute. You only had 20 minutes to win it. You gotta have shirts, shoes, and flip-flops at least to go into the gift shop. So I'm thinking that's it. I'm not sure. I think the girls have had enough. She says that a torpedo. Ja. I don't want to cheat you, so I want to take you to the gift shop. So this window, near the wall, the gift shop, and this is where we started. So it's 100% officially done. Thanks so much for the video.